Excellencies, governors, esteemed delegates, colleagues and friends, our civilization is very much built around cities. The creative potential of humans is concentrated in them. This is where the talents are flocking and working most of the history. But cities are also the source of major challenges. How do we create an urban environment which has the advantages of collective living, including common hard and soft infrastructure, public services and amenities, but does not suffer from overcrowdedness and pollution? It is a well-established fact that cities produce so much heat, emissions and pollution that they are usually much warmer than surroundings at the expense of heating, cars, air conditioning and other factors. Cities are major polluters, but we cannot exist and prosper without them, as they are the beating hearts of our societies. And cities also have huge legacies. Almost always, buildings and infrastructure were built at different stages of history and in different circumstances when the green agenda was not on the table. Therefore, cities face the huge and extremely complex task to rearrange them in a new way, to make them more green. By changing the transport arteries of cities and ways buildings are maintained and supplied, by educating citizens to emit and pollute less through new behavior and consumption patterns. It is mind-blowing when you understand that relatively small territories with sometimes tens of millions of people packed together are acting as one organism, and one needs to adjust it without destroying it. But the benefits of green cities are so big that it's definitely worth it. There are no places on earth where the green agenda affects the quality of life and of residents more positively than in cities. Cleaner air, better and more convenient public transport, less congestion, more online services and many more benefits come with turning cities smart and green. And this is why our meeting today is extremely important. Cities are the best platform where the advantages of green transition for people is obvious and easy to prove. Around the world, our cities and regions are already taking action. Medellin in Colombia is creating green corridors to tackle urban heat. Sevi in Togo has introduced subsidies to help households adopt solar energies. There are many examples like that. These leaders are paving the way for ambitious climate action, proving that bold steps are not only possible, but also profitable and popular. Collaboration between national and subnational governments is essential to bridge the gap between climate commitments and real impactful implementation. COP28 was a step forward, putting a multi-level action firmly on agenda. The COP29 Multisectoral Action Partnerships for Sustainable, Climate Resilient and Healthy Cities will support COP-to-COP continuity across multi-level governance initiatives and continue to amplify the role cities, states and regions are playing in reaching national level targets for both reducing emissions and adapting to the reality of climate change. MAP brings together health and cities for the first time, fosters nature-positive urban development. As national governments prepare to develop their NDCs, governments need to engage with subnational leaders and seize the opportunity to bolster city-level climate policy, the opportunity to unlock private finance through clear regulatory networks, and the opportunity to establish a vision for climate action grounded in locally led solutions. Scaling up actions in cities and regions is essential. We therefore urge you, each of you here today, to actively collaborate through multi-level action. Take today's discussions to heart and work together under existing mechanisms to create the enabling environment needed to keep the Paris Agreement and our future within reach. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.